Robin, thank you for watching. This is a 162 game created schedule, created franchise on MLB The Show. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present. That's what you'd have right here. We are in the middle of August. This is a 4-game set against the Washington Nationals. The Avengers are in the National League West. They're fighting with the LA Dodgers for first place. They're about a half a game out. Let's start this game up. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, is on the mound. These are the starting lineups. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty setting for hitting and pitching are both set to All-Star. And I do play-by-play, so hopefully you can bear the sound of my voice. Nonetheless, I do appreciate it. If you are here, thank you for being here live. Get ready for some Major League Baseball here at National Park in Washington, D.C. as the Hollywood Avengers visit the Washington Nationals. On the mound for the Nats, Al Leiter. This is actually his first start of the season. They're using him as an opener out of the bullpen. His record for the season is 4-1 and a 3.72 earned run average out of the bullpen. How far they'll go with him, no one can only tell. Time will tell. Anthony Mackie. He plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Hits from the right side. Check that. Yes, the right side. First pitch of the ball game's in there for strike one. Nationals are 4 games back in the National League East. 3.5 back for the wild card spot.
First pitch, 7:05.
Here comes the next pitch. Inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Anthony Mackie is the new Captain America in the MCU. If you don't know that, you really need to catch up on your Disney Plus shows. That's a line drive. It may drop in there, and it dives for it, and it goes all the way to the wall, and he will most likely stop at second regardless. Big turn at second, but he will hold. It is a leadoff double. Cut the check. Anthony Mackie's 27th double of the season. Here's the replay. Line drive. Left fielder for the Nationals made that attempt to make the catch. Probably played a single into a double. Next up is Tom Holland. He plays Spider-Man. He's hitting .363 to lead the ball club. 15 homers, 69 RBIs. Carries a 9-game hitting streak into this contest. Here comes the pitch from Leiter. Ground ball to the third baseman, over to first for out number 1. Starting lineup for the Hollywood Avengers. Anthony Mackie is at short. Tom Holland's at second. Chris Evans is behind home plate. DH is Mark Ruffalo. Chadwick Boseman's at third. Robert Downey Jr. is at first. Dave Bautista's in right. Don Cheadle's in center. And batting ninth and playing left field is Idris Elba. So Chris Evans is hitting .319. He has 12 homers and 57 runs batted in. Runner at second. 1 away. And that's a deep drive. That's got a chance, ladies and gentlemen. He catches it at the track for out number 2. He hit it on the nose, but didn't get enough air underneath it. Hit it right to the warning track for out number 2. Got a little ahead of myself. I thought it was a 2-run home run by the original Captain America. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk, hitting .340. He has a team-high 27 homers and 107 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate with 2 outs here in the top of the first. And that's a ground ball fielded by Pee Wee Reese. Spins, throws in time to retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of a half inning of play here at Nationals Park. No score. The Washington Nationals coming to bat. This is Avengers Baseball. On the mound for the Hollywood Avengers, Star-Lord Chris Pratt making start number 25. He has 12 wins. He's 12-5 with a 4.25 earned run average. He plays Peter Quill in the MCU. Leading off for the Nationals, Tim Anderson, .289, 17 homers, 58 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch from Pratt. And he's late on the fastball, fouls it out of play for strike 1. Nubs it at the mound, out of his crouch, picks it up, throws to first, in time, great play. He can do this all day, ladies and gentlemen. Nice play by Chris Evans. Starting lineup for the Nats, Tim Anderson is the designated hitter. Pee Wee Reese is at shortstop. Willie Mays in center. Don Mattingly at first. Eddie Rosario's in left. Will Smith is the catcher. Tyrone Taylor is the right fielder. Patrick Wisdom is at third. And batting ninth and playing second base, Jalen Miller. Pee Wee Reese is hitting .301 on the season. First pitch is outside for ball one. So the Avengers are one game back in the National League West. Obviously, they are in possession of a wild card spot. Here comes the pitch. And it is a lazy fly ball to right. Back goes Batista. Drax makes the catch for out number 2. So, say hey Willie. Willie Mays is hitting .315. He has 45 homers and 115 runs batted in on the season. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the first, no score. Fastball just misses the outside corner, strike one. Willie Mays leads the National League this year with 115 RBIs. Swing and a miss at the gut fastball. Rusty Valentine is the home plate umpire calling balls and strikes. 1-1 count. In the dirt, 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's a drive to center. Playable for Don Cheadle. War Machine makes the catch to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord. At the end of 1, there's no score here at Nationals Park. Top of the second, up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .334. He has 15 homers and 58 runs batted in. Chadwick is late and great because, unfortunately, we have lost him to colon cancer in 2020. Pitch is low and inside, ball 1. May he rest in peace. May he live forever in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Chases a high fastball, swinging and miss. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Late on the fastball, fouls it down the right field line, out of play. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Black Panther. That ball is high and deep, but foul. Out of play, count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Al Leiter sets and delivers. Did he check it?
Did it go?
Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. Count evens at 2-2. Ballpark didn't like that call. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on deck. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And he skies it to center. Playable for Willie Mays for the first out. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., 290, 18 homers, 72 runs batted in, steps up with 1 out here in the top of the second. No score. Iron Man is next up, your hero, Mr. Outlander. Thank you for joining the stream. That's a deep drive. Well, pardon me. It's not a deep drive. It's a shallow pop-up to the second baseman who makes the catch for the second out. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. Even our heroes make outs every once in a while. So we're 2 down, up steps Drax the Destroyer, Dave Batista, hitting .313. He has 13 homers and 62 runs batted in on the season. Ground ball. Oh, it's off the glove of the third baseman. Picks it up, throws to first in time. Nice recovery. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Nationals. At the end of an inning and a half, still no score. Thank you for joining the stream, Mr. Outlander. Don't forget to hit that like button. I always appreciate your presence and your comments. So, stepping up to the plate here in the bottom of the second is Don Mattingly, my childhood hero. .301. He has 19 homers and 64 runs batted in. He played for the New York Yankees in the 1980s and 1990s in real life. He breaks his bat up the third base line. It's going to be a tough play. Black Panther throws to first in time, 1 pitch, and there's 1 away. Nice play by T'Challa at third. So up next is Eddie Rosario. Eddie's hitting 281. He has 21 homers and 70 RBIs. Here comes the pitch. Knucklers floats in there for strike one. The shift is on for Rosario. 3 infielders on the right side of the infield. And he fouls it back. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Circle change at the knees. And there's 2 away. First strikeout of the game for Chris Pratt. Next up is the catcher, Will Smith. 214 average, 8 homers, 20 RBIs. 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the second. Fastball in there, 96 on the radar gun for strike 1. That's a drive to left. Chasing it is Idris Elba. Hemdahl makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Star-Lord at the end of 2 innings of play here at the Nationals ballpark. Still no score. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So we go to the top of the third. Up steps Don Cheadle, 270, 10 homers, 56 runs batted in. It's hitting from the right side, switch hitter hitting from the right side against the lefty outlighter. Breaking ball inside, ball 1. Don Cheadle was hitting 300 for the first half. Now his average is down to 270. He's been mired in a slump. Swing and a miss. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. He needs to get his second half back on track. Grounder to the third baseman, fielded by Wisdom. Long throw, in time. There's 1 away. Batting ninth, the left fielder Idris Elba's hitting 261. He has 7 homers and 38 runs batted in. Idris plays Hemdahl in the Thor franchise. And that's a drive. It could get over the head of the left fielder, and it will. 1 hop to the fence, rounding first and heading to second is the man who sees all. He will slide in there for a 1-out double. That is Idris Elba. Well, here's the replay. I thought that Rosario was going to have a chance to make the catch, but then he just held up and said, you know what, I'll catch it off the carom off the wall. Really put a charge into that one. So runner in scoring position for Anthony Mackie, who doubled in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Slider just misses low, ball 1. Anthony Mackie again is the new Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you don't know, you need to watch the Disney Plus shows. Falcon and the Winter Soldier introduced him as the new Captain America. Fouls it off, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Late on the fastball, down the right field line, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Elba leads off second, 1 out here in the top of the third. Ground ball fielded by Wisdom at third, throws to first, looks the runner back to second. There are 2 away. The runner does not advance. Mr. Blue Hedgehog, welcome to the stream. Hello to you too. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a regular subscriber and commenter. I appreciate you. Next up is Spider-Man Tom Holland. 2 for 9 in this series, but he has a ground out today. He's 0 for 1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 away. Here's the pitch from Al Leiter. And that's a line drive to center. Will he be able to catch it? It is running catch. Say hey, Willie, to retire the side. Covered a lot of real estate to retire the side. So 2.5 innings of play, still no score. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the third. Up steps Tyrone Taylor, hitting a .160 with only a homer and 2 RBIs. He's obviously a defensive replacement. Bench player who doesn't get a lot of playing time. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. So this is the third game of a 4-game series between the Avengers and the Washington Nationals. Swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes on Tyrone Taylor. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So the Avengers have lost the first 2 games of the series, so in order to tie it at 2 games apiece, they need to win today and tomorrow. Otherwise, they lose the series. So, a little bit of pressure. Grounded to third, backhanded by T'Challa from foul territory. Long throw in time for the first out. Nice play by Chadwick Boseman at third. Next up, Patrick Wisdom playing third base today. Again, another defensive replacement. Not a lot of at-bats this season. One out here in the bottom of the third, no score. Swing and a miss for strike 196 on the radar gun. Star-Lord sets and delivers. Grounder to first, fielded by Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. steps on the bag himself for the second out. 2 down, up steps the number 9 hitter, second baseman Jalen Miller, who's hitting .234. He does have 10 homers on the season, 36 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Peter Quill. Fastball in there, strike 1. So it's mid-August. There's about 40 games left in this regular season, and then the playoffs. I hope I make the playoffs. Right now I'm in possession of a wild card spot. So that's the goal. The goal is to make the playoffs and win the World Series before I retire baseball until next year. Strike 3 call. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Miller. The side is retired. 3 innings of baseball, still no score. We go to the top of the 4th. Up steps Chris Evans, today's catcher. He's 0 for 1. Another switch hitter in this very versatile lineup, hitting from the right side. Fastball inside at the knees, ball 1. Al Leiter sets and delivers. Pitch is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Fouls off the 2-0 pitch. Count is 2-1. Chases a high fastball. That would have been ball 3, but instead the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Inside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, the Incredible Hulk. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Leiter. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate, out of play, and we will do it again. Chases a high fastball, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that's the first strikeout of the game for Al Leiter. Is the replay. Terrible angle.
Number 84.
Next up, Mark Ruffalo. Mark grounded out in the first. Ground ball backhanded by Wisdom at third. Throws to first in time, and there are 2 away. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. Al Leiter's mowing down the Avengers. So with 2 outs, up steps Black Panther, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out. And he yanks it foul for strike 1. In the dirt, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. That's a deep drive. It's got a chance. It is off the top of the wall. Big turn at first. Heading to second. Throw to second is in time. So it's a single and thrown out, trying to take second base to retire the side. That was an awesome throw from the left fielder after 3.5 innings of play. Still no score. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. The lineup turns over for the Washington Nationals. Tim Anderson steps up. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. And that's a line drive, base hit up the box. A leadoff single for Anderson. For the Nationals here in the bottom of the 4th, they have the leadoff man on. Next up, Pee Wee Reese, the shortstop, who's 0 for 1. Big lead, he's going. Throw to second is not in time. It is a single and a stolen base now for Tim Anderson. Wasted no time, took off for second. No chance for Evans to throw him out. So runner in scoring position now for Pee Wee Reese. Here comes the pitch from Chris Pratt. At the knees, the cut fastball for strike one. Inside corner, called a strike two. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes on Pee Wee. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Mackie. Off balance throw in time, and there's 1 away. However, he does move the runner to third. So now with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, they can break this scoreless tie without the benefit of a base hit. Up next is Willie Mays, their lead RBI guy, with a duck on the pond. It's a deep fly ball, but it is slicing out of play for strike one. He also has 45 home runs on the season. Fouls it off. 2 quick strikes on Willie. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. Again, runner leads off third, 1 away. Here's the pitch from Star-Lord. Fouls it back, and we'll do it again. We're in a scoreless tie here in the bottom of the 4th in this 3rd game of a 4-game series. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And there's 2 away, and he does not get the runner home from third base. That is a big strikeout for Chris Pratt, his 3rd of the game.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Doesn't matter if he doesn't get this next batter out, but it makes his job that much easier now with 2 away. So up next is Don Mattingly, left-handed hitter against the lefty Chris Pratt. He's 0 for 1. He had 2 homers in the first, and that's a line drive. A 2-out single for Don Mattingly. A 2-out RBI single to break the scoreless tie, as now the Washington Nationals lead 1-0. And again, my childhood hero gets a big hit in this 4-game series. So 2 down, runner leads off first. Edwin Rosario, check with Eddie Rosario, struck out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in there, strike 1, 96 on the radar gun. Again, Mattingly now leads off first. Out in front of the circle change, swing and a miss, counts quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Just misses the outside corner, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the expression on Pratt's face, he probably thinks that should have been called strike 3, but the inning will continue. It pops up the knuckler behind home plate, out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at first, 1-0 lead for Washington. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Side is retired, but the RBI single from Donnie Baseball gives the Nationals a 1-0 lead at the end of 4. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, who is 0 for 1. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Al Leiter. Here comes the pitch. Pitch is low, ball 1. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. That was a tough call. Leiter is not happy. Outside, 3-0 count. Will he have the red light? The green light? He's going to have the red light. He's not going to swing. Fastball in there. Now it's a hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike, and the handcuffs are off. Let's go. Let's go. And he pulls it, but playable for the right fielder, who makes the catch in front of the 1 in track for the first down.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Tyrone Taylor makes the catch. Next up, Dave Bautista. Dave is 0 for 9 in this series. Here comes the pitch. Down and in, ball 1. Line drive to center. Easy catch for Willie Mays, and there are 2 away here in the top of the 5th.
now batting, number 10.
Next up, Don Cheadle. Don is 0 for 1. It's a line drive. in there in front of Tyrone Taylor. It's a 2-out single for War Machine, and this top of the 5th inning will continue. Here's the replay.
Number 63.
So it's a 1-0 lead for the Nationals. Up steps Idris Elba, who doubled in the 3rd inning. Quick throw to first. He's back. Don Cheadle leads off first with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Leiter. And he's going. Pitches in there for a strike. The throw down is not in time. It's a stolen base for Don Cheadle. And now there'll be a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, so that a single could possibly tie this ball game. The count is 0-1 to Elba. Backs him off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. That was Don Cheadle's 14th stolen base of the season. And he fouls the changeup down the right field line, out of play. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he pops him up. Home plate, catcher Will Smith makes the catch to retire the side after 4.5. It's 1-0 Nationals. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps the same man, Will Smith, the catcher. He's 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch from Chris Pratt. Jams him. Shallow fly ball. Charging in is the center fielder, War Machine. Don Cheadle makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up is Tyrone Taylor. He's 4 for 6, 26 on the season. He's 4 hits and 26 at-bats for the season. Defensive replacement in right field today. Fastball looked like a strike, but was called a ball by the home plate umpire. The count is 1-0. It's 1-0 Nationals here in the 5th. And he pulls it foul. Count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I am RC Robbin. This is Avengers Baseball. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps. Swing and a miss. Count is 1-2.
2 strikes.
Ground ball, 1 hopper to the second baseman. Spider-Man throws to first. In time, 2 away.
Now batting, number 25.
Up next, third baseman Patrick Wisdom, who only has 14 at-bats this season. He's 1 for 14. He grounded out today. Here comes the pitch. 2 outs, bases empty. At the knees, strike 1. Pops it up behind home plate. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Wisdom. Ground ball, base hit through the box. It's a 2-out single for Patrick Wisdom, his 2nd hit of the season. And the inning will continue for the Nationals. They have a runner at first with 2 out. Chris Pratt, 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 4 strikeouts. It's not a bad line, but unfortunately, Al Leiter's pitching better. He's winning 1-0. Next up is the second baseman Jalen Miller, who struck out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. He's going. Throw down to second is in time. Gunned out. He can do this all day, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Evans throws a strike to retire the side. It's an official ball game. 5 innings complete. Washington leads 1-0. So we go to the top of the 6th. Up steps the new Captain America, Anthony Mackie. 1 for 2 with a double today. Hitting from the right side against the lefty Al Leiter. And it's a slow bouncer to the mound. Leiter jumps off, makes the throw. Not in time. He legs it out. Sam Wilson can fly down the line. He can fly. Get it? Fly. All right, never mind. Sorry. I apologize. That was cheesy. Next up, Tom Hollins, a.k.a. Spider-Man. He's 0 for 2. Big lead at first. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Spider-Man. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for watching. Please like the video. It really helps. And that's a deep drive headed towards the left center field gap, and it will be in there. It is. No, it's Gonzo. That's a 2-run home run for Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Tom Holland hits home run number 16 on the season, a 2-run shot, and the Avengers take a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Oh, yeah. Let's watch the replay. I thought it was going to be a double in the left center field gap, and it just kept on going. So, 2-1 Avengers. Up next is Chris Evans, who's 0 for 2 today. Checks his swing, pitches outside, ball 1. Slider just misses the outside corner. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. And it is a fly ball to left center field. There is Rosario for the first out. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. Mark is 3 for 11 in this series. He has 2 home runs. But today he's hitless. He's 0 for 2. He leads the team with 27 home runs. And that could be 28. It is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That is a solo home run from the Hulk. Hulk smash. Home run number 28 on the season. And just like that, it is a 2-run advantage. The Avengers now lead 3-1. Hulk smash. Let's watch the replay. Bang. Straight dead center field. Home run number 28, RBI number 108 on the season, and it's now 3-1 Avengers. Next up, Black Panther, 1 for 2 with a single. Pitches high, ball 1. This started as a 1-0 lead for the Nationals. It is now a 3-1 lead for the Avengers. 2 right-handers warming in the Nationals bullpen. Marcus Stroman and Jeff Samardzija. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Bozeman. And he pops it up behind home plate, out of play. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, he just checks his swing. 1 hopper to the second baseman. Miller throws to first in time, and that's the second out here in the top of the 6th. It's kind of like an excuse me swing that ended up being a ground out to the second baseman. Tried to check it, got a little too much of it. Next up is Tony Stark, Iron Man. He's 2 for 9 in the series, 0 for 2 today. Here comes the pitch. That's a line drive caught by Jalen Miller to retire the side. Nice athletic play from the second baseman. But 3 runs crossed the plate for the Avengers. A 2-run homer by Spider-Man and a solo shot by the Hulk. At the end of 5.5, it's 3-1 MCU. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and we're going to go to Heidi Watney, our sideline reporter, for a quick update from the dugout. But unfortunately, there seems to be something wrong with her microphone, so we're going to send a technician down there to check that mic. We apologize, Heidi. In the meantime, here in the bottom of the 6th, up steps Jalen Miller, who's 1 for 7 in the series. Hitless today. Here comes the pitch. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Pratt is 12-5 on the season. He's going for win number 13. That's a deep drive. Back goes Cheadle to the track, the wall, it's gone. It's a 1-run ball game. That's a solo shot from Jaden Miller, his 11th on the season, and the score is now 3-2 Avengers. Big bats are out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the replay. Bang. Oof. Dead center field. No doubt about it. So 3-2 Avengers, up steps Tim Anderson, who's 3 for 10 in this series, is 1 for 2 with a single today. Fastball in there, strike 1. Knuckler floats in there for strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Anderson. Jams him with the cutter. Fouls it down the right field line. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. I'm doing play-by-play. I'm doing gameplay. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe. Here's a pitch to Anderson. And it's a deep fly ball, but it slices out of play. And the at-bat will continue. Ground ball inside the third base line. Karam's off the infield. Big turn at first. He will hold. Karam off that sidewall kept it from being a double. Hit it inside the third base bag. So that is a 1-out single for Tim Anderson. Up next, Pee Wee Reese, who's 0 for 2. He is 4 for 10 in the series, though. He's going. The throw down is skips. Catches him. That's the second man Chris Evans has thrown out behind the plate today trying to steal second. He can do this all day. Let's look at it. Guns him. And the bases are empty now. The original Captain America throwing darts. So, 1 out, bases empty. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the count is 0-1 to Pee Wee Reese. Here's the pitch. Tries to bunt his way on, and it looks like that's going to be a doozy. Bare hand, in time. Gorgeous play by Black Panther. Charges, bare hands, makes an accurate throw, and there are 2 away. The late, great Chadwick Boseman. Up next, Willie Mays, 0 for 2. Today, Willie had a runner at third and less than 2 outs and was unable to score him. Luckily, Don Mattingly came to the rescue. Fastball just misses. Looked like a strike. Chris Pratt wants to know where that one was. Says it's low. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Circle change in there. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. And it is a fly ball to center. Cheadle is there. War Machine makes the catch to retire the side. But a solo shot by Jalen Miller makes it 1 run closer. After 6 innings of baseball here at Nationals Park, it's the Avengers 3, the Nationals 2. So we go to the top of the 7th. In relief, Marcus Stroman making his 25th start of the season. Check that, 25th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 4-9 with a 5.58 earned run average. And he will face Dave Bautista, who's 0 for 2 today. Dave plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise in the MCU. And he fouls it up the first base line for strike 1. A little late on the fastball. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Bautista. Ground ball to the second baseman. Miller fields, fires, got him. And there's 1 away. Next up, Don Cheadle, 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base. Turns around and hits from the left side against the righty Stroman, switch hitter. And that's a line drive. He's going to have a multi-hit game, and that ball may be in the gap. He's taking off for second. The throw to second is not in time. It is a double for James Rhodes. First multi-hit game in a long time. Don Cheadle's been struggling, but he's going to be in scoring position now. Chance for an insurance run for the Avengers. 1 out, runner leads off second. Quick throw to second, he's back. Trying to keep him from getting too big a lead over at second base. Idris Elba is 1 for 2, steps up to the plate. Grounds it, backhanded, third baseman, Wisdom throws to first. In time, 2 away. The runner does not advance. So the lineup will turn over for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie, who's 2 for 3 today with a single and a double, will step up. Again, another switch hitter in this very versatile lineup will turn around and hit from the left side. And he pulls the fastball down the right field line out of play. Strike 1. Anthony Mackie is hitting .378 with runners in scoring position this season. So he likes to see that runner at second base. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cheadle leads off second, 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Off the plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a line drive right at the second baseman to retire the side. Hit it on the nose, but right at the infielder. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. It's 3-2. Avengers lead. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Don Mattingly, who has an RBI single. Today he's 1 for 2. Pratt is still out there pitching in the bottom of the 7th. And that is a lazy fly ball to right center field. Charging is Batista. And that's 1 pitch, 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Next up, left fielder Eddie Rosario, who struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. Here comes the pitch. Knuckler floats in there for strike 1. Misses inside with the changeup. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hard ground ball, foul. Count is 1-2. Pitch count is really good for Chris Pratt. Very economical here in the 7th. This is pitch number 64. And just off the end of the bat, foul ball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. I can't see him going much further than 7 innings in a 1-run game, though. This will probably be his last inning pitched. Pops him up out of the crouch is Chris Evans. In foul territory, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So 2 down, bases empty. Up steps Will Smith. Will is 4 for 9 in this series. 0 for 2 today, but he has been productive in this 4-game set. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. Count is 0-1. And he lines it foul up the first base line. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Smith. I see the name Will Smith. I can only think of the actor. I can't help myself. Don't know anything about Will Smith, the baseball player. That's a deep drive. It is high and deep. It is a foul ball. That was inches from being a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Just missed that left field foul pole. Count is 0-2 on Will Smith. And that time, he probably gets all of it. Back goes Idris Elba, makes the leap, it's gone! And it's a tie ball game. Will Smith hits his 9th homer of the season. And just like that, we have a ball game tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. My goodness. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Crowd goes wild. Here's the replay. Elba back to the track. He leaps and can't quite get it. I don't think he jumped high enough to get over that wall anyway. So we're going to go to the manager's office in the bullpen, and we're going to warm up some pitchers. Sam Jackson will warm up, and we will warm up Paul Rudd, who's Ant-Man. And the manager will send the pitching coach out to the mound for a mound visit to give them a little bit of time to loosen up. Up next is Tyrone Taylor, who's 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. We have a 3-3 tie here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Fastball in there, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Out in front of the circle change. Count is 0-2. So that was a 2-out, 2-strike, game-tying solo home run in the top of the 7th. Tep check at the bottom of the 7th for the catcher, Will Smith. Just misses inside. Looked like a strike, but hold the ball. Count is 1-2. Ground ball. Fielded by Tony. Races him to the bag. Steps on it. Retires the side, but not before this. Will Smith, game-tying homer at the end of 7. We have a 3-3 tie. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the 8th for the Avengers. Up next is Tom Holland, Spider-Man, but the manager is going to go to the bullpen. There are 3 right-handers due up in the bottom of the 8th. So Paul Rudd or Ant-Man, we're going to schedule to put him in the game. We're going to sit down Sam Jackson, and we're going to warm up Jeremy Renner, who is the closer. Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye. So, anyway, we're in the top of the 8th, 3-3 tie. Tom Holland at the plate is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss out in front of the slider, strike 1. The Avengers are 77-45 on the season, and they're a game out. Late on the fastball, count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Spider-Man. And they are a game out of the National League West. They've taken the place of the San Diego Padres in the National League West. And they are a game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. And that is out number 1. Next up, Chris Evans, 0 for 3. Chris has thrown 2 runners out behind home plate playing catcher, but he hasn't done anything at the plate. Ground ball, knocked down by Mattingly, throws it to the pitcher covering in time. Nice recovery for Donnie Baseball, and there are 2 away. In real life, Don Mattingly would have fielded that cleanly. He had 7 Gold Gloves at first base in the American League in the 80s and 90s. So 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th, up steps Mark Ruffalo, who hit home run number 28 in his last at-bat. Here comes the pitch. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Attendance 34,592 here at Nationals Park. It's not a sellout. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Slider inside, called a strike, count as 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's a line drive to center. Mays is there, makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 3-3 ball game. Thank you for watching. This is Avengers Baseball. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. So it'll be a no decision for the starter, Chris Pratt. In comes Paul Rudd, who plays Ant-Man in the MCU. He's 1-0 with a 3.98 earned run average. And he will face Patrick Wisdom, 1 for 2 in this ball game. Pitch is low and outside, ball 1. Just misses off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. Looked like a strike on the inside corner, called the ball, count is 3 balls, no strikes. Getting squeezed by the umpire. On deck, Jalen Miller, who had a home run today. In there, count is 3-1. Misses, and he comes in out of the bullpen in a 3-3 ball game and walks the first man he sees. Now that is a recipe for destruction. That'll give agita to any pitching coach. Up next, Jalen Miller, 1 for 2 with a solo shot in the 6th. Bunts, spins, throws, gets the leadoff man. Nice play by Tony Stark. He is Iron Man. Gets that lead runner on the bunt attempt, and there's 1 away. Fielder's choice. Out at second. I don't know what he's clapping about. Lineup turns over for the Nationals. Tim Anderson is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a run scored today. Just misses off the plate, ball 1. Vulcan change finds the strike zone. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. We have a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner leads off first for the Nationals. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's a deep drive to left. He's got a chance. Back goes Idris to the track. He makes the catch, 2 away. That was dangerous. So 2 down. Runner goes back to first. Up next, Pee Wee Reese, who's 0 for 3 today. Batting average is hovering at the .299 mark. And that's a line drive, 2-out single for Pee Wee Reese. And they'll are 2 on and 2 out here for the threatening Washington Nationals. Next up is Willie Mays. The manager will have a mound visit and discuss strategy. And he's not going to the bullpen. He's leaving him in. You've got to trust your players in the regular season. That's a deep drive. Swings at the first pitch, racing over towards the warning track. He makes the catch in right field. Drax the Destroyer retires the side. At the end of 8, we still have a tie ball game. This is Avengers Baseball. Leading off the top of the 9th, Chadwick Boseman is 1 for 3 with a single. Marcus Stroman is out there for his 2nd inning of relief work. Pitches outside, ball 1. Line drive, base hit. It's a leadoff single for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And the Avengers have the leadoff man on here in the 9th inning. 2nd hit of the ball game. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. Will he bunt? Tony Stark doesn't bunt. And it hits him. It hits him. So there'll be runners at 1st and 2nd for the Avengers with nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Got him right on the left butt cheek. Up steps Dave Bautista, Drax the Destroyer, who was 0 for 3 today. Dave has 13 home runs on the season. Fastball outside, ball 1. He needs to get those runners over. That's his goal. He's got to hit the ball to the right side. And he does. And it's in there. It's a single. And the bases will be loaded with nobody out for the Avengers. And the crowd is in a shocked kind of murmur. The runner at 2nd had to hold up, couldn't go beyond 3rd because he wasn't sure if it would be caught on the fly. So with the bases loaded up steps Don Cheadle, who has a multi-hit ball game today. He has a single and a double. He's 2 for 3. He needs to break this scoreless tie. Let's see what happens. Slider in there, strike 1. Don Cheadle's hitting .323 with runners in scoring position. So he's about 45 points higher than his regular season average. But this time he fails. It is a shallow pop-up. Oh, it jumps in there. Out at 2nd. So it'll be a fielder's choice. The runner at 3rd will score. It is a fielder's choice. RBI fielder's choice, 4-3. Out at 2nd. I would have difficulty scoring that particular play. But the good news is that there's now 1 out. And the Avengers have a 4-3 advantage. Now, before Idris Elba steps up to the plate, the manager is going to go to the bullpen and is going to arrange for Jeremy Renner or Hawkeye, the closer, scheduled to put him in the game. He's going to come in to pitch the bottom of the 9th. So runners are at 1st and 3rd with 1 away. They need to get that runner home from 3rd base. And it is dumps in there for a hit. 1 run will score, rounding 1st and heading to 2nd is Idris Elba. It is an RBI double, and the MCU now leads 5-3 here in the top of the 9th. That's RBI number 23 for Hemdahl, who sees all. It's just a kind of like a bloop off the end of the bat over the 3rd baseman's head and down the left field line, scoring that run from 3rd base. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position, still only 1 out. And out of the bullpen, Jared Hughes takes over for Stroman. He's 1-1 with a 3.39 earned run average. But it's a 2-run lead for the Avengers, and up steps Anthony Mackie, who's 2 for 4 today. He has 2 runners in scoring position. And he pulls it foul for strike 1. A single could make this a 4-run lead for the Avengers. Let's see what happens. Out in front, swinging and missed. Count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Mackey's hitting .374 with runners in scoring position. So this season he's been comfortable with runners in scoring position. Let's see what happens. Sinking fastball outside. Count is 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Hughes. Checks his swing. Fastball is low. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, 5-3 MCU. Here's the pitch. And he just gets a piece. The count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Spider-Man, who homered in his last at-bat. A 2-run shot. 1 more ball and the bases will be loaded for the 2nd time in this inning. And this time it is a shallow fly ball, might be deep enough. The runner tags at third. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is an RBI sacrifice fly for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check, and the MCU now leads by 3. It's 6-3, Marvel Cinematic Universe. So 2 outs, runner at second, up steps Tom Holland. 3 runs have crossed the plate in the top of the 9th. And the pitch goes to the backstop. Wild pitch, runner will move to third. So runner will be at third on the wild pitch by Jared Hughes. Still needs a hit to get that run home. See what happens. Hard ground ball, base hit. It's 2-out RBI single from Spider-Man. And the MCU, always, for some reason, it was a single, an RBI single, and he decided to try to take second. Nevertheless, the side is retired. They score 4 times, and we go to the bottom of the 9th, last licks for the Washington Nationals. They need 4 runs to tie. The score is 7-3. Thank you for watching. Do you want to change pitchers? Yes, I do. We're going to warm up the closer. We're going to pitch the closer. He is Hawkeye. He is 0-3 on the season, but he has 25 saves. He has 43 strikeouts in just over 28 innings. So let's see what happens. He'll face Don Mattingly to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Donnie has an RBI single today. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Don Mattingly. Swing and a miss at the slider. Count is 0-2. And he slices it the other way deep. But near the warning track, Elba makes the catch for the first out here in the 9th. The line for Chris Pratt, 7 innings, 6 runs, 3 earned. Check that. 6 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Unfortunately, I believe that he gets the no decision on this. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he gets the no decision. Next up, Eddie Rosario, who is 0-3. Deep drive. They were playing him to shift. Long run for Idris. He will not make the catch. It's off the wall. He's going to third. The throw to third is not in time. It is a 1-out triple for Eddie Rosario. They were playing him to shift to the right side. Hits it the other way, all the way to the wall. And honestly, Elba could have made the play, but it's still a triple nonetheless. Triple with 1 out. Next up, Will Smith, who homered in his last at-bat to tie the game at 3. He's been really good in this series. Ground ball, base hit. That's an RBI single for Will Smith. And the score is now 7-4, Avengers. So it's a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 9th. Love this angle. Don't love the result. Down that third base line. No chance for Black Panther. So Tyrone Taylor is 0-3. He's 4-28 in the season. And that's a line drive. Racing over is Batista. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. And the Washington Nationals are down to their final out of the ball game. There are 2 outs here in the 9th. Representing the final out of the game is Patrick Wisdom, who's 2-15 on the season. He does have a single today. Fastball in there. Strike 1, triple digits on the radar gun, 101 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes, and the Nationals are down to their final strike of the game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Side retired. Ball game over. Avengers win 7-4. That wasn't strike 3 called. That was a swing and a miss at strike 3 to retire the side. So the Avengers win this game. They've got 78 wins and 45 losses on the season. They are half a game out of the National League West with the victory, half game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers for the division. They're giving the win to, I believe, Paul Rudd, who is Ant-Man. Marcus Stroman gets the loss. Up at the top of the screen on the score sheet, the Hollywood Avengers, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Washington Nationals, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The player of the game, Tom Holland. He had a homer and 3 RBIs. Spider-Man is your player of the game. And this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please like the video. It really helps. If you can, subscribe to the account. It helps even more. Big thank you to Sonic the Blue Hedgehog and the Outlander Show and anybody else who might have been in the background watching but didn't comment. I still appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. So the final here at Washington Ballpark in Washington, D.C., the Hollywood Avengers win 7-4. Take care. See you again soon.